Hi, I'm Michael Kingsbury. I'm a human rights filmmaker. I am the writer-director of Gulag Magadan. This is my director commentary 13, and let's get started. This is the third Gulag sick ward scene in which Piotr has finally come to realize that Elizabeta's perception of how best to react to Gulag genocide in the Soviet state is perhaps indeed the right one.
They searched my bunk, but Larissa warned me, and I had hidden papers in wood cracking wall.
We are running out of time then. This might be last time when you're allowed here. How's your friend?
She's consciously depressed, but seeing beauty. She went through some flashbacks and self-hate.
I've been thinking about our last conversation, about my asking the Belarusian girl in Kurapaty forest for forgiveness, and you're right, I will ask her.
So are you going to pray to her?
Yes, pray to her for her forgiveness,
For what?
for being too afraid my whole life.
Are you going to cross lines for her?
That line?
Hate. Would you hate for her? Would you hate Marxists who shoot her in the forest in her back?
Yes, I would now hate for her. I would now hate for you.
I'm almost finished writing this.
We have culture of fear. Everybody is afraid. Everybody is afraid to say hateful things.
Because race is sin. We have a condition for 2,000 years to be like cattle, to be docile and accept their hate. It's been 2,000 years of fear and terrorism, of hell. Of hell on earth. It's called war. Communists took advantage of that and terror 1,000 times upon us. Hell is Gulag. Hell is here.
Yes, 2,000 years of fear.
There is saying over in America, people should never fear government. Government should fear people.
No fear, no terror. Free speech. Government should fear us. But where thus he wrote?
Here. Solzhenitsyn wrote, relaxed is pride and enthusiasm.
Yeah, that's a critical scene in which the people are realizing that they have the freedom to express themselves no matter what, that they can express love, anger, hate, fear, anything. It's a human right. Expression is a human right.
Do you find Norwegian journalists you think you can trust?
Yes. Stig Fredriksson of Nordic News Agencies in Kutukovsky Prospect. He wrote a piece on Shostakovich concert at Moscow Conservatory. I wrote a note and manifesto for your supply friend to send encoded letter to his editor.
That's tricky. So my supply friend will decode both.
It has to be that way.
And how will Stig know, though?
He wrote an article about the Finnish composer Sibelius. Yes!
What are these? There are 10 keys by John Sibelius
Sibelius never wrote Karelian Suite Opus 18. He wrote 14. I just wrote 18.
Oh, he will know something was wrong.
He'll ask his embassy what time keys could possibly mean. They will tell him it means key offset encryption, but it's not offset into Russian, it's offset into Karelian.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. That's brilliant, Elizabeth. That's brilliant.
But the British using Welsh Gaelic in World War II.
That's brilliant, Elizabeth. You are genius.
Did I mention Sibelius's Karelian Suite? That will tip him off as to the language.
You who are GRU officer, you know what works. You are genius.
Shinskaya, for this, used math-based code to smuggle out her poems.
And what is that?
Here in this scene, Elisabetta uses the same techniques as the US or UK used in World War II with the Navajo code talkers and the Welsh Gaelic code talkers. She uses instead Karelian language to tip off the Norwegian journalist in Moscow that her correction letter to his article about Jean Sibelius is not all that it seems by her error of the opus number.
Did I mention Sibelius's Karelian Suite? That will tip him off as to the language.
You who are GRU officer, you know what works. You are genius.
Shinskaya, for this, used math-based code to smuggle out her poems.
And what is that?
I know what code methods work. Student of Code Denmark. Substitution ciphers, algorithms. Next page.
What are you doing? That's it. Yes. John Sibelius. It's brilliant, Elizabeth. He will know that something wrong, right? You're brilliant, you're genius. GRU officer.
Oh,
Oh my.
I can't figure this out.
Shh. Hush.
I think I know.
The temperature and working conditions of the scene was about 103 degrees. It was the fourth floor of a 1930s concrete factory in Los Angeles. The windows had to be kept completely closed because of the leaf blower that was about four floors down. That was making a very loud noise that was coming right up into the space. There is no insulation on this factory, and it was extremely hot, and all the actors had to suit up, and the sweat was pouring down a lot of the actors. Extremely tough conditions here. That concludes my Director Commentary 13 on my film Gulag Magadan. Thank you for watching. I am a human rights film director and a civil rights film director. If you enjoyed this commentary, please hit the subscribe button and the like button, and I'll see you next time.